Following his mediocre performance a few weeks ago, Shakur Stevenson is still on Twitter arguing with people, giving all these reasons for why his fight wasn't that exciting and everything like that. So now the latest thing was now Jay Prince, his OG, is responding to Cam and Mase because they done made him look stupid and embarrassed him. So he posted on Instagram the stats that the Shakur Stevenson Autumn Hartunian was the most watched boxing main event ESPN aired in 2024. Average audience on the network was about 1.1 million, peaked at 1.254. Those Nielsen numbers don't include ESPN Plus viewership, only linear TV viewers. ESPN Plus figures aren't released by ESPN. And then he captioned it. Numbers don't lie, haters do. Let the haters say that he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, it's just a select few of you haters. As you can see, there's proof that he has the #1 ratings in any fight on ESPN this year and the top 3 ratings since 2022. Now, as his manager or whatever his role is in his career, all of that, fine and well. You want to put that out there, go for it. Now, where I believe he stepped in it is the next couple of lines, where he proceeded then to do what Jay Prince always does, which is give these lightly thin-veiled threats, right? And he started to say, and to all of you haters who want to escalate that hate outside of the ring, I'm Shakur's manager, and I handle all his business outside of the ring. In other words, Cam and Mase, I will fade all his shots and take all bets. Now, this is interesting because, of course, if you know Cam, he's the king of being ignorant, and he don't back down to no situation, at least in the public that we know of. He's going to say something smart. He's going to say something to get under your skin. You got to be prepared to go back and forth if you get on Cam's radar. Mase, lately, with their show, he's been on that same type of timing. So, naturally, they responded today on their show. It is what it is. Let's check it out and see what they're talking about.
All right,
I got this one. You gonna take all his fades and take all his shots and you handle everything out the ring? All right. So then we talking to you then, all right? We starting with you. Since you the big homie, we starting with you. That's how it goes around here. I want to just start off by saying you are so lacking self-awareness. Like when you give such a lackluster performance, and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance, pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like or to tell Cam what he should like. That's not your place. Like, art is subjective, right? So if art is subjective and I don't like something, you can't really get mad at us because we don't like something. And you're standing there with two Hall of Fame boxers that are constantly letting their hands go. So I think is crazy that Andre Ward let his hands go. Terrence Crawford definitely let his hands go. And then you walk out with these boxers and you don't tell the next guy to let his hands go. This is a lapse of judgment. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Niggas would tell me, Mase, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't. And I'm going to tell you why, because if I got a little, like the dudes that raised me, if I was out of pocket, they would tell me I'm out of pocket. They wouldn't let me put them on a crash out mission. They would say, yo, Mase, listen. Mm-hmm. Around here, we don't send niggas to do nothing for us. We don't pay niggas to handle our problems. Mm-hmm. You got to put in your own work around here, Lord, man. That's what you were supposed to tell them. You can't go out here and talk crazy and then send me on a mission. Mm-hmm. Nah, this is where the game got messed up. When young niggas started sending old niggas out, and just because this little ignorant nigga got a few dollars, he make all of you that's supposed to be real run after his mission. This is a problem, Jay Prince. And I'm going to tell you like this. If you're 60 years old and you trying to be a street nigga, you failed. I'm telling you this. And I stand, my name is Mase. I stand by this message.
Let me explain.
Now, before Cam even gets started, shout out to Mase. Shout out to Mase, yo. He did his thing on that one. That was a good rebuttal. Like, he made Jay Prince look a little crazy. Like, he said, y'all the old people they do be the last one to know shit ain't what it used to be. Yo, Mase worded that, articulated that so beautifully that at the end of the day, it's like Jay Prince can't even get mad when you hear something like that. You just gotta hear that and be like, man, what this nigga talking about? Like, but that's Mase. We know how Cam give it up. Cam about to get ignorant as hell.
I ain't something to you, bro. Mase said it exactly like you 60, nigga. You 60. What are you talking about? What are you bro? I lost mad respect for you because I used to have mad respect for you. When you had Shakur with you, when you lined Young Boy NBA up. Why the fuck you got Shakur with you? And this is why he acting like that. This is exactly why he acting like that. Talking about you got Young Boy NBA umbrellas and his keys to score. Young Boy NBA told y'all niggas eat a dick. This is what he said. This is what Young Boy NBA said. Whack 100 was the most disrespectful. Wild disrespect. I ain't even gonna repeat the shit Whack 100 said. Mad disrespect. Drake is beefing with Kendrick Lamar as we speak. I have not heard this. The first time Drake got into some shit, and I ain't hear you say shit to Kendrick Lamar now. Why do you think that you can tell us what we can and cannot say, my nigga? Control your nigga. Control that nigga. Ain't nobody gonna tell a nigga, get the strap, and then we gonna sit there and be like, hey, I think we should shut up. Nah, nigga. This is not 1982, bro. You cannot sit here and tell niggas get the strap and then niggas be quiet. Nobody know that part because our shit just be going viral. You bugging. You bugging, James. You bugging, my nigga. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know what bet you talking about, all that other slang then. Bet it. Whatever bet you talking about, bet it. I don't know what's bet it. Bet it. I don't know what to bet it.
Before we even move on from this, I gotta ask, do you guys feel like there's a beef? Because there's literally a full-on article, even from Billboard, talking about, the Shakur versus Mase and Cameron beef explained, giving timeline and timestamps and posts. Do you guys even feel like there's a beef, or you guys really feel like it was never that big of a deal?
No, I don't think it was a beef at all. I think we're going to continue to do exactly what we do. Before we slow down, we're going to pick up the speed. We're definitely not slowing down for nobody. Anything come across this desk, we are responsible to tell the truth and to tell it exactly the way it is. We're not going to ever sugarcoat something for anybody that comes across this platform. And so make sure when your sports come across us, that it comes across us the way you want it to be heard. Because when we see a fight, we have to call it the way we call it. When we see basketball, we got to call it the way we call it. And we're not changing for nobody. That's what makes us different.
Yo, we got to protect Cam and Mase at all costs. And I say that because it is what it is podcast. I mean, everybody has bias, right? It's only human to be biased. But a lot of times when celebrities start to get backlash or start to get a little bit of, into back and forth with other people, and it starts to cause a little bit of tension and things like that, they start to withdraw from giving their opinions and keeping it real. That's the beauty of Cam. Cam is the king of being ignorant. So it's like, at the end of the day, we got to make sure that we continue to support this platform because we need Cam to keep giving these unfiltered takes. Same with Mase. Like, at the end of the day, Jay Prince, we got to keep it a buck, bro. Like, everybody he has threatened lately, nothing has happened to them. Nothing's happened to 6ix9ine. Nothing's happened to NBA Youngboy. Making all these threats and all of that every couple months, it's really starting to become a point where people looking at you a little funny. Like, why is this dude always talking out the side of his mouth? Like, everybody's supposed to be shook whenever he steps down off Mount Olympus and speaks. Like, it don't work like that in today's society. We're more in the show me times, right? Where it's like, what have you done lately? Whereby people could have this amount of reverence for whenever Jay Prince opens his mouth, right? And then we still ain't even feeling you and your sons from the whole takeoff incident. So really, at this point, it's like, bro, we from New York City. Shout out to Cam and Mase. You could say whatever you want to say. You might be the most dangerous nigga where you from, but it's dangerous niggas in our city. It's people who kill the killers. Outpost murderer just got off the other day, and that's just what it is around here. Like, nobody's just walking around with this crazy fear because Jay Prince said something. And I'm glad that they stood on their square and they spoke how they spoke. And it is what it is. Like, they not to, no pun intended, but at the end of the day, it's like, why does he get to say all that slick shit and nobody ever get to say nothing back? Because he's Jay Prince, and 30 years ago he had people beat up Mayweather's people's. Like, all right, that's good and well, but sometimes you guys put down the demo every now and then for niggas to have that same respect that you used to deserve. Other than that, you just chatting, and niggas getting tired of you chatting. Go somewhere, old man. It's food for thought, man. Y'all do the dishes.